Okay, so now we're going to go into basically what do you do if you find an ICO you want to invest in? What is the process? And I will tell you, it can be a little different for just about all of them. The majority of ICOs or token sales are Ethereum based, so they're all typically, the majority are a fork of the Ethereum blockchain. That's pretty much one of the biggest weights that Ethereum has had to send it through, to where it's at, around $380 a coin right now. It's because so many people are using it for token sales. So that being said, we're going to go to ICO alert, and you can go around. You can pick an ICO that you think looks cool, and typically what I've found is our platform ICOs do really well. And new blockchains typically do pretty well. This is one, I just pulled it off of here. This is real. This is actually going on now. And so I'm going to, well, for right now, I'm going to show you how to basically do a transaction, kind of the meat of it anyway. I'm not going to actually do one, but I'm going to kind of show you what you would be doing. And then, in the next lecture, we're going to go over how do you research these ICOs? How do you know that they're legit? How do you kind of stay away from, oh my gosh, there's Ian. That's funny. This guy is a trip. This Ian Bellina, this guy, I can't get a hold of him. I was trying to get a hold of him to look at the Zempa platform. And the guy's a young guy making buku money, and because he's a very smart guy. And I actually watched some of his videos. Look him up on YouTube. I mean, he's a big YouTuber. He does a lot of really long live stream reviews of different ICOs, telling people what to buy, what to sell, that kind of thing. And he's doing phenomenally well. Kudos to Ian. It's funny that he just shows up on this site. So anyway, so here's the token site, or here's the real ICO, and basically participate in token sale because it's live right now. Now, here's the thing. Some of these ICOs, they're going to say, check here to confirm that you are not a U.S. citizen, because they don't want U.S. citizens investing in these things. But you check there, no, I'm not in the U.S. I'm not a U.S. citizen. Doesn't matter. Nothing really happens. That's the thing. A lot of people will get scared away, like, I'm in the U.S. I can't buy this. Yeah, you do. Everybody does. There's no real way for them to track that. Kind of the nature of the blockchain, folks. So anyway, confirm all that stuff, click continue, and boom, here's the token sale contribution address. So read our contribution guide in case of doubt. So this kind of explains a little more detail on what to do, but I mean, it's pretty cut and dry. So I would basically copy this, and then I would go to MyEtherWallet. This is this is for an offline transaction, because on this computer I can't log into my EtherWallet. But if I were online, I would just have the to address. I have the from address because this is an offline thing. But I just wanted to kind of show you, this is pretty similar to what it looks like. So you basically put in the to address, paste that in there, and the amount of Ethereum that I want to send. So this is an Ethereum thing. So let's just say 0.15 Ethereum. Right? The gas limit. Most of these platforms have a gas limit that they recommend, and that's basically like the transfer fee kind of thing. I don't see one in here. Okay. Most of them, they want you to set the gas limit at around 200,000. Okay, gas limit, 250,000 or more. Select the gas limit. So when you're investing in these things, you want to read the fine print. It's not really fine print, but it's just the instructions, because there are a lot of different ways of going about it. So, they want the gas limit 250,000 or more. All right. And everything else now some token sales will have data that they want you to put in here. Most of them don't. So you don't have to worry about that too much. And then you send transaction, and that's pretty much it. Boom, you just invested in that token sale. And what'll happen is once the coins have been issued, you'll see a thing popping up in the bottom here. It'll basically like track the transaction and transaction details. And it'll show the contract. It'll show the smart contract between you and your wallet and the coins that you sent, the Ethereum you sent to this to address. And then that smart contract will dictate, okay, well, once this, on this date, this many coins are basically to be assigned to this wallet. Sometimes it's instant. Sometimes you see it right away. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes a token sale will say, when our token sale concludes on this date, all coins will be issued. And then you'll have a way that, and I'll put this in another lecture, but there's a way that you can manually add the contract address, and then you could manually put in the number of tokens that you purchased and that sort of thing. So you can kind of keep track of that until the actual tokens are distributed, and then you'll see a new entry that's not a manual entry. So that's pretty much that. Now, some of the other ways are used in the Wave platform. This is basically, you can see it right here. I can't log into it right now, but the Waves platform is ultimately, it's just one giant wallet with a built-in exchange. So, like, I was using Zempa as an example. In October, when the Zempa sell wall gets set up, you're basically going to see Zempa coins available for the different currencies on the Waves DEX, the decentralized exchange. That's basically what DEX is. And so you're basically going to be able to participate in the token sale using the DEX exchange. You're just basically purchasing it. So yeah, and that's and with the Waves DEX, it's actually really nice because you can you can contribute to a new token sale using whatever token they are willing to accept. So you're not tied into just Ethereum or Bitcoin or whatever. You can basically do, they could set up a sell wall for 30 different tokens that are available in the Waves platform, and you'll be able to invest that way.